everybody, it's Dusti Martin with Corcoran Platinum Living, dropping in with your monthly market update for the city of Scottsdale. So buckle up, let's go. All right, it is currently May 3rd. We're going to cover the numbers from April of 2021. Our active listings in the city of Scottsdale are down a whopping 64.3% over this time last year. Our sold listings are up 83.2% over this time last year. And our median sale price per square foot is up 26.4% over this time last year. We're currently sitting at about $322.06 per square foot here in the city of Scottsdale, all shapes and sizes and home types. That is a huge gain. That is probably the biggest gain I have seen out of any city in Arizona over the last year. I've been seeing 50%, 18%, 19, maybe even 20, but this is the first time I have seen something, let alone over 20, but even over 25%. That is a huge gain over this time last year. So I know I've been saying, hey, that's a record for almost a year now, but believe you me, that is a huge gain for homeowners, especially when you consider that in a normal stable market, your average home value should go up about 2 to 4% a year. So when you're at 26.4, that's a huge swing in the market. If you are one of the people that said last year, I think I'll wait for things to calm down, this is your sign that that was a bad idea. Our months of supply is also down 80.5% in the city of Scottsdale over this time last year, and we're currently sitting at 0.73 months of supply. Usually as we get into May, we start to see our market kind of start to trickle to a close. Things that go on the market in April or May tend to close in about June and July, and then it's so hot, people tend to slow down, go away, go cool off, go up north, go to San Diego, wherever, go travel because it's so hot here, and we are showing no signs of stopping. So keep that in mind. If you're one of the people who thinks that you're going to wait this out, this is probably a bad time to do that because things are ramping up at such a rate that if you wait a year, the same house that you want to buy now, yeah, you might have a little less competition or you might not, but at the same time, that house is going to be a lot more expensive next year. Our median days on market is down 34.1% over this time last year. So we're currently sitting at 27 days. Think about it. If somebody's going to finance a new home purchase with a new loan, you're looking at about a 30-day close, maybe 35 if you have some holidays or weekends crammed in there. But anything under 30 is kind of like lightning, right? So that means there's going to be a lot of cash sales that are going on. I have one closing this week myself. And then you're also going to have a lot of deals where the lenders are under the gun to perform in about 3 weeks instead of 4, simply so their buyer can actually get the house and close on the seller's timeline. So keep that in mind. Average closing takes about 30 days. In a normal stable market, our days on market would be about 90. So we're at like a third of the time frame it should take to sell your home. Now, let's move over and look at things by price point. Like I said, 0.73 of a month, so 73% of a month, about 3 weeks, not even, worth of inventory is what we have overall. But once we get into the price ranges, when we're at the $0 to $100,000 price range, we are at a 1 month supply of inventory. That is a crazy white hot seller's market, no matter how you slice it. When we get to the $100,000 to $200,000 price range, we're at 0.05. That's not even 3 days of inventory. Keep that in mind. You're like maybe a day, 2 days of inventory at that price range. Then you get the $200,000 to $300,000 price range. You're at 0.4 months of supply, meaning less than 1/2, 3/8 of a month. So not quite 2 weeks. And then we get to the $300,000 to $500,000, not much different, 0.46, still under 2 weeks of supply. And then we get to the $500,000 to $700,000 price range. We're at 0.47, again, still under 2 weeks. Then we get to the $700,000 to $1 million price range, and we're at 0.61. So just over 2 weeks, but not quite 3. And then we get to the $1 to $3 million price range, and we're at a 1.01 month supply. That is a white hot seller's market for that price range. If you've had any thoughts of selling in the last year, now is probably the time to do it. It doesn't get much better than that for the luxury market. And then when we get to the over $3 million mark, so it doesn't matter if it's 3 million, 3 million and 1, 5 million, 56 million, doesn't matter. They're all lumped together. We're at a 5.17 month of supply. So that technically is no longer a seller's market. However, our high-end luxury market here in Scottsdale does tend to be a little bit seasonable. So that means we just had tax day come and pass us up. That is traditionally when most of our snowbirds and seasonal residents start going home, and things are starting to warm up here in the valley, which likely means that people who can afford nice vacations that aren't in places that are crazy hot are going to be leaving the valley for a while. And that's okay. That's normal. Still, with everything to keep in mind, 5.17 months of supply for something over $3 million. That is still a great place to be. When we look at it this time last year, that market had over a 26.6 month supply, meaning over 2 years it would have taken to sell those homes. That's how much the market has changed and shifted. So even though you're not technically in a seller's market, you're not in a buyer's market either. And that is fabulous news for that price range. If you have any questions or if you're wondering what your home might sell for in today's market, give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.